Happy Tube Tuesday, everybody. It's me, Moon Pies, brought to you by netstories.com and Diet Cheer Wine. Diet Cheer Wine, the red beverage of... They're not sponsored. It just happens to be right there conveniently. Providing me with a little carbonated fizz this morning. It's not really wine. It's a soda. Okay? I'm going to be drinking and vlogging. Welcome to another weekly installment. And today I want to talk about the term no copyright infringement intended. And an article on waxy.org, which I'm going to link to below in the description section, basically dove into that there was like a film student that put up a Pulp Fiction in chronological order. And Miramax, Disney, and whoever else may own rights to the movie, Quentin Tarantino himself, no one has actually taken it down. After a few weeks, and a lot of times you do see content that tends to be up for a while, but a lot of times people will put that term under the bottom, no copyright infringement intended, which is obviously pretty silly when you think about it, because it doesn't matter whether it's intended. You know, if you crash your car into someone else's, you can't say you know, no vehicular homicide intended and walk away scot-free. So you know, the intent, whether it's malicious or whether it's just so, I'm pretty sure that it's not intended, in the sense that most people out there are going to be saying, hey, I'm really a fan of The Walking Dead, why can't I put up a clip so other people see how cool the show is? Oh, I really like The Old Cure, so I'm going to upload Primary and see if anybody, can, check out the kind of music that these guys used to make before they sold out. So you have a lot of people that have that kind of mindset where they're very passionate about something and they have a video file on their computer and they want to share it with people. And while that's noble in the purest form of, viral word-of-mouthization, it's not legal. At least it's definitely not legal on YouTube, where the company, a couple years ago, Viacom, the parent company of Comedy Central and Nickelodeon and MTV, tried to sue YouTube, Google's YouTube, for $1 billion, and that case hasn't entirely gone away just yet, even though it's been a few years. That's how things go. But the waxy.org article that basically wrote about this, and yes, again, the link will be below, found that there were about 460,000 references to that term on people's videos, and there were another nearly 700,000 instances where people actually use the word fair use, basically saying that it's within fair use of the Copyright Act. Now, I guarantee you that close to 699,000 of those people have never read the Copyright Act, because if they did, they would understand what fair use means. And it doesn't mean that you can even upload a few seconds of someone else's work and pass it off as your own, or even put it up and not claim authorship, because a lot of people saying, I claim no authorship or something, it's not mine. That doesn't escape the culpability of the situation. And of course, there hasn't been a case out there where these studios have gone after the people that uploaded the video and they sued them. They realize that the real money's on YouTube. But I'm not going to say whether there is or isn't. I'm just going to say that it is against YouTube's terms. If studios complain over the content ID technology improves, and it always will, they will give you copyright strikes. And how copyright strikes work right now in December 2011, and this will change over the course of time, is you can get one copyright strike. Okay, we all make mistakes. You get 2 copyright strikes. Once you get 2 or 3 copyright strikes, they won't let you apply for partner. And if the complaints continue, they're going to disable the account. And you've seen it. You've gone to places where you see a video, a link to a channel or an old subscription that you had, and you go to that channel and hey, boom, it's gone, and it was disabled. And most of the times that's usually YouTube disabling an account because people were just uploading too many videos that weren't themselves. And I think it gets to very delicate issues. I know we all want to promote certain things on the internet, but you do get to the point where YouTube, there are 2 sides to YouTube. There's the creator side, and everyone creates a channel because you want to create a channel, even if you don't want to be a creator. But if you're going to be a creator, you're going to create original content and put it out there, and hopefully people will watch it. And hopefully you're subscribing to my channel to get tips every Tuesday on how to get subscribers and to get more attention. And then there's the other half. It's not even half of YouTube. The vast majority of people on YouTube that don't create original content, that don't upload anything. They're just there to watch, and they're there to favorite videos and come and watch some things later, and that's why they're registering to have the account to be able to do stuff like that, to comment on videos and stuff. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's a very important part of the YouTube community, obviously. I don't know how many of my 7,500 subscribers create videos and how many of them are just sitting back and consuming. But I appreciate both sides of you, because obviously when someone makes a movie, you know, not that I make movies, but a director makes a movie, you need people at the other end of the screen, you know, eating popcorn and enjoying the movie, and then telling other friends, hey, this is cool or this is not cool, and that's ultimately what dictates whether a movie works or not. So you need the creators and you need the consumers. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to be a creator, make sure you're ready to play by YouTube's rules, and that is create original content. And we get into hairy areas, stuff like even if you do a cover song, if it's you performing a cover song, that is not within fair use. You'd actually need to secure the rights to that song, and you can do it. There's other, you know, you have to pay a little bit, but you can do that if you want to go to that extent. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, hey, you know, if I put out a video, if I make a video, I'm going to get 5 views on it. But if I upload a clip of The Simpsons, I'm going to get a ton of views on it. So why should I, you know, if I want to reach the biggest audience possible, and I don't have the ability to do that with my own created, crafted content, why don't I go out and reach out for something that's commercially viable? Well, not only is it that you're damaging your account, and if you're going to do this, I don't want to suggest this out in the open, because it's going to lead to people doing it and thinking that, hey, you know, it has to be you know, okay, copacetic, because you know, it's been said that way. But if you are going to be doing these things, and I suggest you don't, because I don't think you need to do that to get noticed on YouTube, create 2 separate accounts. Have one account where you upload your original content, and this is the channel you want to brand and make it your own. And if you eventually want to be a partner, or even if you don't want to be a partner, if you want to make it something, channel that you know that YouTube's not going to ban, make that your core channel and put up everything that you can create. And by creating, I don't mean setting up a webcam and vlogging or having any kind of directorial skills and actually filming stuff. You know, you can have a slideshow of pictures you took on your trip last year to Florence. You can have if you have something to say, a poem that you wrote, you can make a video out of it. Just go Windows Live Movie Maker, free, provided on all Microsoft computers. Windows Live Movie Maker. It's part of the Windows Live Essential. You can download it for free if your computer doesn't have it. And there you can just create a little captions. And that's what I used at the beginning when I did my knock-knock jokes, my very first videos on YouTube. And I backed it with songs. I had original music, so I was able to use that as the background. But you don't even need music if you don't have the music. Or you can use Creative Commons, but don't use the audio swap on YouTube, because that means that money, you'll never be able to monetize that video. Audio swap means the money goes to the artist that made it. And you'll never be able to put that in the partner program or monetize it. So either don't put music on it, or make sure you have music that's either Creative Commons or music that you yourself made. But if you split your channels that way, have one for whatever you want to do. Basically keep your main channel pure. And of course, people are going to say, hey, wait a minute, if I create a second channel and I upload, you know, the latest episode of Two Broke Girls or Lost or The Office, clips of it, I can use that, and I can use annotations to link to my main channel. And look, I'm not going to say that doesn't work as far as getting traffic and to your honest channel, but if YouTube ever makes the connection, if YouTube ever says, well, I'm going to ban this channel because it has too many copyright strikes, and wait a minute, they were all linking to this other channel, you know, YouTube's no dummy, they'll ban both channels. Maybe they don't, and maybe you benefit from the traffic, but it's a very slippery slope, so it's something to think about if you're going to go that route. But either way, at the very least, definitely split up your channels. Do not combine your copyright infringement stuff, whether it's intended or not, with your original content. And I think that's why it's important to have a presence on YouTube, creating the original content that YouTube wants for any reason. And that's why I'm going to link it. Again, you can check out the article below. It was basically about that Pulp Fiction story that someone put in chronological order, and it was apparently done by a film student. Which you think would be someone, if anybody would know what copyright infringement would be, it would be a film student. I mean, I'm not sure where this person's in film school, but they should probably get booted right away for taking someone else's, Quentin Tarantino's work and you know, distributing it for free. Because at the end of the day, we can all, you know, occupy YouTube. We can all, you know, hate the man and the corporate establishment. But at the end of the day, if you're putting someone else's content on your video, you're really actually, condoning the professional commercial content. And you get to the point where these people, they want to control the experience. When they go up to Netflix and they go, hey, how much will you pay me for streaming rights for all of these old soap episodes? And they'll say, Netflix will come up with a deal and say, all right, I'll pay you this amount. But of course, if they go, hey, you know what, we don't need to do Netflix, we don't need to do this because you're all over YouTube already, it does diminish their value. So it is creating a situation where it's diminishing the value of this content if it proliferates through YouTube. So that's this week's lesson, and I realize it may be a bit preachy, but I think I needed it to say it, that especially now where it's becoming a very popular topic. And I've seen videos that have been up there for years, old music videos. I was looking over some old, Cars music videos and Benjamin Orr videos, and they're there. They were uploaded by people, and and the band's probably appreciated, and Elektra didn't really make a big deal about it, so it stuck around. Unless maybe Vevo had something to do with it now, and they're going to take it over those channels. But you do get to the point where, even if you think you're doing the right thing by promoting someone or a friend's work or something like that, get the rights to the stuff you're uploading, or don't bother with that at all, because sooner or later the account will be disabled. And if you're creating a great content and channel, you're building a lot of subscribers, and some of them may have been there for the commercial content, some of them have been maybe for your original content, you're going to lose it all because you're going to have to start at zero. So do listen to YouTube copyright laws. Don't assume that no copyright intended means clears you off the hook. And by all means, fair use is that you can actually, if I'm writing about if I'm doing a review of a movie, I can mention things about the movie. If I'm reviewing a concert, I can review, quote a line or two of the lyrics or something from a song. That's fair use. Fair use is not actually taking a piece of the song and uploading it on YouTube, or taking a piece of the movie that I'm reviewing and uploading it to YouTube. So that's your Copyright Act refresher from someone who doesn't really know Copyright Act, but I know when something's afoul of YouTube's rules when I see it. And obviously that Waxy.org article brought it back to mind that people are doing it in droves these days. So apologize for the preachy weekly update. I'll be back with something more intuitive next week. Thank you.